A warm hello to all, and welcome back to Pascale's Storytime. I hope you're doing very well. Today's book, Rodney Was a Tortoise, by Nan Forler, beautifully illustrated by Yong Ling Kang. Rodney was a tortoise. Rodney was an old pal. He was older than Bernadette, older than her dad, even older than Great Aunt Clara. He is practically prehistoric, Bernadette told her class on Pet Day. Day after day, year after year, Rodney was there, loyal and true. Together, Rodney and Bernadette played Go Fish and Crokinole. Bernadette took Rodney's turns for him. They had contests to see who could stare the longest without laughing. Rodney always won. When Bernadette dressed up as queen of the castle, she made a tiny crown for Rodney. It took almost all day for Rodney to look up, but she could tell he loved it. While Bernadette gobbled up raspberry scones and slurped lemonade, Rodney munched on a piece of lettuce. Very slowly. At bedtime, Bernadette read stories of creatures from creeks and forests and did all the voices as Rodney snoozed in the tank beside her. When she said the tortoise lines, she was sure she caught him smiling. Each night, Bernadette stared into the tank as she fell asleep. Rodney was there, snug on his rock. "You're a real old pal, Rodney," she'd say. As the seasons passed, sleepy old Rodney seemed to move slower and slower and slower, until finally one day, Rodney moved so slowly that he stopped. Bernadette watched and waited and waited and watched, but still, Rodney did not move. "Maybe he's just holding his breath to be funny," Bernadette suggested. "He's such a joker." "Bernadette," said her mother, "I think Rodney is dead." They put Rodney in a shoebox and buried him near the lettuce plants he loved. They all said things they had learned from Rodney. Be a pal. Slow down. Chew your food. Enjoy each piece of lettuce. Bernadette sang a goodbye song. The next day, Bernadette was slow getting ready and took a long time walking to school. All she could think about was Rodney. Rodney, Rodney, Rodney. But no one at school talked about Rodney. "My piano teacher got a new cat," said Naya. Margaret's brother broke his toe, said Elliot. It's my birthday next May, said Sophia. Bernadette pulled her turtleneck up around her ears. Rodney died, she whispered. No one seemed to hear. At home, Bernadette still set a place for Rodney at the table and read stories to his empty tank at night. She sat on her bed with a hurt deep down in her stomach that even soda crackers and ginger ale couldn't fix. And so, each morning, Bernadette put on her protective shell and lumbered to school. She sat, huddled on a rock, quiet and still. The other kids ran and whirled past her as though Rodney had never existed. She crawled deeper and deeper into her shell until all of Bernadette seemed to have disappeared. Rodney, Rodney, Rodney. It was Amar who spotted Bernadette tucked away in her green coat. He came and sat on the rock beside her. You must be very sad about Rodney, he finally said. Bernadette slowly lifted her head. I am, she said quietly. I remember when you brought him to school for pet day. He was asleep, but he looked like he was smiling. Yeah, he was a real old pal. I used to have a budgie named Samuel, said Amar. Amar, do you like crokinole? Rodney was a tortoise, wishing everyone well, and that you get to enjoy and remember old pals and make new pals. Take good care, be kind. Sweet dreams always. Until next time, bye for now.